AI, fake news and deepfaking be a problem for the British royal family? Let's dive right in and have a look. You may have seen my other video where I discovered that there are a lot of deepfakes going around, especially about the royal children, and I basically said that this was disgusting, which it is. Today in this video, we're going to be discussing why the British royal family could have a problem with AI and deepfaking, and why people should stop using deepfake to make fake news stories, and the problems and consequences behind this. We'll also dive deep into why deepfaking, AI and fake news is so very dangerous for the British royal family. Okay, so when it comes to the British royal family, they usually use Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace for general announcements about the British royal family. But some people can make up fake news, post it on Facebook and Twitter, and make out like it's a real news story from Buckingham or Kensington Palace, leading to a lot of confusion and lies being spread. So AI deepfaking is one of the new additions to the problems of people like the royal family or people that are celebrities, because anyone can make out like you did something through deepfaking. They can make fake pictures of you, or they can make fake news about you and use these photos and sell them to newspapers. Usually newspapers say no to them because they know what a deepfake is. But if you're a social media site, you're not going to know any different. When it comes down to the British royal family, AI is really cool because AI gives you really quick information about the British royal family if you want to know it really quickly without googling all this stuff. But you can also ask questions about anything in the world. You can ask it what is the deepest ocean in the world, or what is the biggest ocean in the world. And AI is actually used for educational purposes because it is just so cool and it's easy for students to use and basically gain access to lots of information that they can use and learn from. But AI does have its downsides. There are actually lots of AI sort of sites that relate to AI and relate to sort of stuff like AI. One of the most known AI systems is ChatGPT. Now this is where you can text a question like what, and you'll straight up get an answer like that. But when it comes down to deepfaking, that is AI used for photo editing. So ChatGPT is usually just a free site. You can actually pay for premium and stuff like that, where you can get more information and use it more often, because with free you only get a certain number of questions per day. When it comes down to their premium, they are actually quite good because you can actually type up little questions like, I don't know, who's Prince George? It comes up with the information literally like that. But when it comes down to, it actually saves you time with Googling, and it is used for educational purposes, as I mentioned. But when it comes down to deep faking, that is a certain type of AI which is used for making a fake photo of somebody, and you can make fake photos of literally anyone in society, including celebrities and members of the British royal family, which is where the problem lies. I've mentioned in a previous video that deepfaking is totally unacceptable when you're doing it to real people, spreading fake news, spreading fake photos, and basically gaining money off fake imagery and spreading lies. When it comes down to the royal children, they are minors. Nobody in society should be using any child, let alone the royal children, to deepfake them into a fake photo to gain likes and attention. You're going to specifically say that it's made with AI, because not a lot of people do this. Still loads of people today make up fake deepfakes from using a system called deepfaking or AI. I think it's like an AI system where you can make fake deepfakes. I don't actually know how it works because I don't particularly use it myself, but I know that deepfaking is actually, unless you're specifically going to say that it's AI, you actually physically can't post it online unless you physically say it's AI, because sometimes it gets removed for spam and misinformation and stuff like that, especially if they're children. Instagram and Facebook and YouTube take using minors very seriously. So if you're using a deepfake of Prince George, Princess Charlotte for an edit, that's completely fine. But if you're using it for to gain likes and say it's a real photo and stuff, that is just unacceptable. Now the reason I decided to make a video like this is because fake news on Facebook especially has gone up, and there seems to have been an upward trajectory, if that's the right word, of people using fake imagery of the Princess of Wales, using clickbait titles to make out like something bad has happened to a member of the royal family for clicks and attention, and then decided to promote their own brand underneath. An example is literally this one. I saw this one the other day and I was actually disgusted because they're basically making out like the Princess of Wales, something bad's happened to her, which is disgusting to think anyway, because you'd hope that the Princess of Wales and all of her family are hopefully safe and well. But some people are just sick individuals who like to make out like something bad's happened for clicks and views because all they care about is themselves. I would say this now, this is where deepfaking takes a turn for the worse, because deepfaking can be used for editing and stuff like that, which is completely fine because people are going to say that's an edit, don't take it seriously, you know. And some people have fun with it, that's completely fine. If you're using it in a way where you're just having fun with it and editing with it, that's completely fine. But some people do use it as a way to literally gain attention, and then they use it to gain clicks, and then they use it to spread misinformation. Fake news, we already know fake news is on the rise recently, especially with social media around. But what makes it worse is when there are fake pictures, which people that aren't aware of deepfake and AI then think that's a real picture and then freak out. And it's not very nice for people to freak out, especially if they are big fans of the royal family. Obviously, I know what a deepfake looks like because it looks really fake, but some people that might not be aware, might be like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And not everybody is aware that it is AI and deepfake, because some people aren't actually aware that AI and deepfake actually exists, because not everybody is a whiz on social media. When it comes down to stuff like this is going to be a problem for the British royal family, simply because it is spreading fake news. People can say, oh, Buckingham Palace release, Kensington Palace release, and really, people can actually deepfake now, you know, news from the palace and stuff like that, and it becomes really sickening because you've just realised, you literally realise that people can do whatever they want, and you can see, we know it's fake because I only go by what Kensington Palace say, or I only read broadsheets and newspapers that I can trust, and I do research on actual historical sites for my information, and read books on the British royal family that are actually written by people that know what they're talking about, rather than use, I don't use any, you know, unknown resources that have been written by people that don't understand the British royal family. So that's where I do my research, because I want to make sure that the information I'm giving you guys is all proper information that's factually correct, rather than stuff that's not factually correct. I make sure I do my information and research before. Now, we all know that Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace have always posted notices on specific, you know, under embargo, or they've posted it on their official sites. But people are very clever these days, and I think this is going to be an actual threat, not only for the British royal family, but for celebrities as well, because deepfaking could actually, if something is spread online about you, sometimes people can make out like you said this, because deepfaking can actually make the picture speak, or deepfaking can make a video looking like the Princess of Wales or the Prince of Wales, make out like they said something. And this is something that the Prince of Wales in particular has replied to, because he said that he was disgusted by these deepfakes going around making out like he said something when he didn't, and making lies up about him and his family. And it was spreading a lot of misinformation. People were like, oh, is that real or not? Because it was so realistic. And he called them out for it, because he said this is totally unacceptable. And I actually agree. No one should be deepfaking someone to say something they didn't for views and attention. It's just disgusting. You're also spreading misinformation, which means people are going to struggle to know which is real and which is fake. Hey guys, so that's the end of the video. If you like the video, smash the like button, also press subscribe. And also, if you see anything online that is deepfaked and people are using it in the wrong way without specifying that it is AI, please do report it to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. There is actually things where people can put on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube that it's AI, to specifically tell the people that it's specifically AI. But if people are doing that, please do report it, because they're spreading misinformation. And if they're using it to gain clicks and stuff for clickbait titles and clickbait fake news and stuff, please do let Facebook or Instagram know, especially if you see it on Facebook. People seem to do it a lot on Facebook, which is really strange. But yes, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this video helped you. And apologies if anyone is getting lost in this deep faking thing, because it is really disgusting, and especially when it's down to children. People don't even specify it, which means that further misunderstanding is spread. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next report. Bye!